Tom Hanks posted a bunch of images on his Instagram and Twitter page a few years back that had many people speculating all kinds of conspiracies. Because did you know, a lot of the big entertainment companies are from Europe. For example, Columbia Studios is named after Christopher Columbus, who was a spy, possibly a double agent. Atlantic Records are named after the Atlantic Ocean, and Lionsgate and MGM, even though registered in Canada. Canada is part of the Commonwealth, which the British governs, and the lion is a symbol of the British monarchy. And it should be noted, if someone loses a glove, it is usually the dominant hand, and most people are right-handed. So how many left-hand gloves did Tom find? Firstly, to understand Tom Hanks a bit better, it's evident from his posted photos that he's not only an actor but also an artist. Additionally, he's closely associated with the iconic image from Forrest Gump where he sits on the bench. Secondly, considering his frequent presence on various sets, it's conceivable that the gloves could belong to different productions, given the multitude of people involved on set, making it common to find such items lying around. Lastly, being on set provides him ample opportunities to include various cast members in his photos. And before he started posting these images online, he made a film called Bridge of Spies, which means he would have studied or learned something about being a spy, which he could have used in the photos. Take this picture for example. It looks completely normal until I take a proper look. Surprisingly, it wasn't picked up in the comment sections. There are a few things off in this image, like no number plate. The van is parked on the footpath. The woman and the rubbish bin are facing the opposite way. He has no keys for the door. The tire is flat. The matching paint on the road are all indications that he could be on a production set. It's obvious he has staged photos with an artistic flair, as at first glance it looks normal. Because these are posted letters found laying around somewhere and not actual parking tickets. He could have at least cropped out the child. He made her famous. Tom Hanks was once under consideration for the role of Bruce Wayne as Batman in the Batman movie before Michael Keaton ultimately secured the part. And then Tom Hanks tried again for the role of Bruce Wayne and Batman in the Batman Forever movie before Val Kilmer was chosen. And then again, Tom Hanks tried for the role of Lex Luthor in the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice movie, but Jesse Eisenberg was selected. Please share any thoughts you have by commenting below. These photos are our only leads if they are leads. This photo is interesting. Dated before COVID-19 lockdowns. It looks like the arrow is pointing at the pole, maybe. But on the pole, it has these 3 stickers. We know some of his photos are staged, but is this one as well? The sticker with the word Rook stands out. First, the Rook is a chess piece, but this Rook sticker is also a clothing brand called Rook Clothing, which has satanic-type artwork on its clothing, where they promote youth spirit as a slogan. Just a coincidence? One of the owners is Joe King as well. Then you have this sticker that reads Best Wishes with a skull and a scythe. And this sticker that reads SF280 with a picture I cannot make out. These next pictures are the pictures that started the accusations, as it was a group of students that were studying the pictures and they searched the letters in the image on the dark web, and it directed them to an unsafe child allegation site, and then it made the media. But did you know in ancient Europe this type of behavior against children happened often, and that feet and hands were often a delicacy and would served on a platter.
Sexy hands, sexy feet, sexy feet, sexy feet, feet, sexy feet, sexy feet.
It always made me wonder why the royal family kisses the hand and the Pope kisses the feet, when it is well known in ancient times in Europe they were a delicacy. Because what are they implying? Is it, look, I still have my hands. I will come back to this, but as I continue through the images and stare at them, maybe there is something, or maybe not. But did you know, Henry IV was King of England, and his sister was Philippa, whose husband was King John I of Portugal, who founded the House of Aviz. They had a son named Henry the Navigator, and Henry the Navigator is credited for being the first European to explore Africa and the oceanic route to the Indies, possibly the Pacific Ocean. On May 25, 1420, Henry the Navigator gained appointment as the governor of the Military Order of Christ and the Portuguese successor to the Knights Templar.
to you?
Well, first of all, I don't touch them. I just see them and I photograph them. So I have never.
You don't want your DNA on those.
Well, it could be a crime scene.
This image Tom had stated, and doesn't that almost look like an obscene picture?
Southampton.net. And doesn't that almost look like an obscene gesture?
Yes.
The next photos are possibly his most controversial, as there was an actor named Isaac Kappy who began to expose Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, and the entertainment industry, calling Hanks and Spielberg child alligators and claiming he had proof while stating he wasn't suicidal. All of a sudden, he forced himself off a bridge onto oncoming traffic, with 2 people as witnesses. Even though he claimed he wasn't suicidal, he still forced himself off the bridge. Do you think it's creepy? Tom posted this image on the 5th of April. But if it were posted a day before on the 4th of April, that would be the 4th day of the 4th month, and the number 4 in Asian cultures means death, because Kappy died 6 weeks after this was posted and he died on Route 66. The red scarf. Kabbalists frequently adorn their wrists with red strings. Some interpret the red cord as a representation of blood sacrifice in biblical contexts. There have been multiple celebrity suicides that have involved a red rope or red scarf. Anthony Bourdain's red cord. Kate Spade red scarf. Chris Cornell from Soundgarden and the red cord. There are many other examples of suspicious celebrity deaths, but I don't know which were murders which had red cords and which were either by convenience or a ritual. The 9 of clubs represent both his birth card and karma card. Symbolizing universality and completeness, the 9 embodies both endings and beginnings. Individuals born under this card are characterized by adventurous and often impulsive tendencies, drawing them towards diverse interests and people. Their fulfillment or disappointments largely stem from the workings of their minds. Those born on a 9's birthday possess a profound inclination towards acquiring knowledge. By willingly sharing their experiences, relinquishing ego, and serving others, 9s can discover a life abundant in happiness and fulfillment. Equipped with all the necessary qualities, the 9 holds the potential to fulfill their lofty destiny. But then I showed it to a random person and asked what they thought, and they said pawn clubs. There are a few more images that need to be looked at and reviewed. Whether it is coincidence or what the story Tom wants us to know, maybe one day he will tell us. If there is a story you want us to talk about, comment below.